A carton of milk contains 3/4 of a quart of milk. Larry pours 1/3 of the quart of milk into a mug. How much milk is left? So first I'm going to estimate this, and then I'm going to find the actual. So if I start with 3/4 and I take 1/3 of it away, this is going to be my subtraction problem. 3/4 minus 1/3, and I need to find the difference to figure out what is left. So if I'm looking at my benchmarks here, I'm going to split my first one into fourths. So this is 3/4, and 3/4 is right in the middle of 1/2 and 1/2. So I'm going to use the benchmark 1/2 here. And 1/3 is pretty close to 1/2. So I'm going to use 1/2 here. So when I subtract 1 and take a half away from it, that gives me 1/2. And so now I need to find my actual. So I don't have the same denominator, so I need to first find a common denominator. And I'm going to do that by putting down my multiples of each of those numbers. So my multiple tower of 4 and my multiple tower of 3, and I found that 12 is the same. So in order for me to get from 4 to 12, I multiply by 3. So I'm going to use the power of 1 using 3/3 to find my equivalent fraction. So 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 3 is 12, which is that common denominator that we need. And then 1/3, I'm going to multiply by 4/4 because 3 times 4 is 12. And when I use the power of 1, I have to multiply my numerator and my denominator by the same number. And that's why we call it the power of 1, because 1/2 has all of its parts shaded in. So now I have 9/12 minus 4/12. Just like when we add, I keep my denominator the same, since I found that common denominator, and now I just subtract my numerators. So 9 minus 4 is 5. So 3/4 take away 1/3 is equal to 5/12. Mrs. Jones had 2/3 of a pie. She gave 5/9 of it to her guest. Estimate and find the actual amount of pie that is left. Go ahead and pause the video and then unpause it to check. So I did my estimation. My problem is asking me to take what I began with was 2/3 of a pie and take 5/9 from that. 2/3 is pretty close to 1/2, and 5/9 is also pretty close to 1/2. So I had 1/2 minus 1/2, which was 0. And so I should have pretty close to nothing left of the pie. So when I did 2/3 minus 5/9, 2/3 is greater than 5/9. And so I need to figure out what is left, and I don't have a common denominator. So in order to find that, I did my multiple towers. I found that 9 was common in both. So I needed to multiply 2/3 by 3/3. 3 times 9 is 3. And I got 6/9. 5/9 is already ready to go. So all I had to do is do 6/9 minus 5/9, which is 1/9. So Mrs. Jones has 1/9 of a pie left.